Sandra.
And I'm Carly.
And this is Send Noods. So good. So this week it's my week to pick the nude, and I'm very excited this week. Kind of following on from the Shin nudes because oh my goodness, they've probably been one of the highlights from. I've just been, I don't know, having them most. I don't know.
I was just going to say,
I can't even verbalize how often I've been eating them.
She's like, I'm just having a little Shin nude moment.
I just really like the chewiness of them. So just following on from that, I've been inspired and we've chosen a potato nude this week. So here we go. No, we're just kidding.
We're so funny.
That's actually hilarious.
We do have this one this week. Interestingly enough, it is the same brand. It's this Nongshim brand, which is, we believe, the same brand as the Shin. So it does actually say, does it say here? Yes. Chewy potato noodles. So I'm really looking forward to it. Interested to see what it's going to taste like. We're assuming it's probably not going to be a spicy nude or anything this week.
I don't think so. There's certainly a lot of ingredients in the back, but nothing that would indicate that it's going to be a spicy little treat at all, but certainly very flavorful. So we're going to go and get cooking and come back, and this is a scenario where obviously packets, so we'll be using the stove like big girls. But we'll be back soon and we will let you know how this is going. We're pretty excited, so
hopefully it can look like that. Woohoo!
Delightful. Okay, so we've got our noodles on to boil. It is a 3.5 minute boil, very tight, very precise. Sandra is up on a chair being the being the cameraman. She's doing an excellent job. And I'm going to add these little sachets now. There is a potato noodle soup base, and then the potato noodle soup vegetable mix. A little light on the vegetables, but they could rehydrate into something magic. Okay, so tearing open the soup base. Ooh, a hint of tomato-ness if I'm not mistaken. And then our vegetable mix right on top. Ooh, I see some seaweed. Let's have some cabbage vibes or something happening in there. I'm going to give that a little stir. Oh my god, smells amazing. Number 2. I'm going to do these at the same time because I'm a maverick now. What's that? 2 packets, you say? I say yay. Shake, shake, shake. Lovely. They probably need like another minute or so. What do you think about the smell happening, girlfriend?
It smells delicious.
Love that. Loving this new angle for us. Loving the vibe of you. I'm gonna take a shot of
BTS.
You. Okay, we'll be back soon.
Have returned.
The cooking process was relatively simple.
Yes.
Add water, add sachets, stir.
Yes. Now, Carly actually made comment when we were preparing it that the vegetables didn't actually feel like much, but I'm very excited for these vegetables. I noticed when we were eating the packet, it said that there was cabbage in it. I love cabbage, and it actually says Chinese cabbage. I adore Chinese cabbage, one of my favorite vegetables in the whole wide world. So I'm super, super excited. You can actually see it on the top of my bowl right now. It's really quite beautiful to see. I'm so excited to dive in.
It smells amazing. Definitely my tummy's rumbling thinking about this because it smells wholesome. It smells delightful. I don't seem to have as many little packet bits as you, but maybe mine are just hiding. Okay, are we ready to do this?
Yes. I did commit to getting every little bit of vegetable out of my pot too.
It was quite impressive.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go.
That's a chewy nude.
That is a chewy nude.
There's a hint of
There is a little spice. That is very interesting and unexpected. I really, really thought that this was going to be quite a bland.
There's this look on my face when I do this and I'm like, oh, I'm proud of myself, I did it. But it actually is super delicious.
Quite a thick nude. It is kind of like the Shin one in terms of thickness. Same as the packet one, definitely not the same as the cup for those playing along at home and sampling at the same time as us.
That's so good.
It's so quite delicious. I don't know if you can see that around my fork.
It doesn't necessarily look like a thick, chewy nude, but it definitely tastes like one.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed by this. It's really subtle, is what I'll say. It's definitely back of the throat kind of spice, not in your mouth kind of spice. But I don't know if I'm finding it hot because we were completely not expecting it to be hot. What are your thoughts there, Carly?
I mean, it's just that innocuous spices that's referenced to. Look, yeah, pleasantly surprised by the amount of heat. Also, you definitely can, like, there is a little underlying sweetness there, so obviously there's like some sugar into play there, which I think is really lovely. Ooh, I found a bit of cabbage. Lovely. I am definitely a fan of this. She's filming B-roll while we film A-roll.
I'm attempting to just get a little bit of the colour of the broth.
Oh, I'm enjoying that. Well done.
You.
Oh, look at her go.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone. We had a bit of a conversation before we started today about whether or not we'd add extras. And
no, my phone's in the shot.
Yeah, it is. Otherwise, it just looks like you're really intensely knee gazing, just like averting your eyes. So I think that works. Notably, there was a soup sachet. There was a vegetable sachet, but there was no oil sachet today. I'll just pick those up. However, there is definitely like an element of oil on the surface of that. I'm just looking at yours.
Yeah.
Now, because we were fiddling around a little bit, and so we actually left these to sit on the stove for probably a couple of minutes after they were cooked. So they have, I think, thickened even more. 2 sachets today, plenty of flavour. Still, I'm saying I would have liked a little bit more vegetable, but maybe mine didn't have it. But I am going to go ahead and add a few things of my own. So first of all, I'm going to add a black cracked pepper. Are you on this journey with me?
Oh, I'm excited for you. I'm gonna watch you.
Some more chili flakes. This ample-sized chili flake I've had for a long time.
Needs more chili flakes.
I'm gonna add some, like so. Excellent. And then I'm going to add what might be my favorite addition to all noodles, and that is the humble fried shallot. Or shallot.
Delicious.
The lady of shallot. Just because I'm really here for texture. And as I said, we let them sit there a bit longer, which was totally our bad. So I think I would really like a little bit of crunch in there. So I'm going to try, she's shooting B-roll again, you can see. I'm going to sprinkle some of that on there. Oh, that looks amazing.
That looks so delicious.
And I'm going to see how I go with this. Because really, oh, yeah.
I can hear that crunch.
Okay. So I've got this vibing now. Oh, yum!
How's that for you? How's the crunch? The crunch sounded good.
The crunch is great. And just that little bit of oniony flavour through there. I'm totally here for this. I am a lover of additions. I'm a lover of condiments. And so definitely I think this elevates it just a little bit, but I'm totally here. Would you like to try?
I'm intrigued by the shallots. I'm actually really enjoying this in its basics. You know, I want to talk about the fact that it's a potato noodle for a little bit, because I think I can taste it in the broth, and I don't know if this is like a bit of a mental thing. Am I just tasting potato because I just want to taste potato, or is it kind of taking its form in all shapes and sizes here? What are your thoughts on that?
When I looked at the ingredients, because for a moment I thought, ooh, maybe this would be a gluten-free option.
Yeah, it's not, is it? It had wheat in their nude.
The nude was about 50-50 potato and wheat. And so for me, I'm getting a bit of a gnocchi vibe. There definitely is a potato taste. And I think along with that comes this lovely kind of wholesome vibe. It doesn't taste plasticky at all.
No.
It sounds a little plasticky. But it really doesn't taste it. It tastes really delicious and very, very well seasoned.
Yeah.
Yeah? You vibing on it?
I think it's got a really beautiful flavour to it. Yeah, as you were saying, I thought it was a little bit oily in terms of... Thank you. This is a running joke in my life. It's that I've always got food over my face. I thought kind of pulling up the spoon and looking at it, it did look a bit oily, but I don't think it's particularly oily in taste. As you said, it doesn't have any oil kind of sachets or anything.
Just starch, you think?
Yeah, but it's got a really kind of delicious fullness in your mouth. And that spice, the more you eat, I think the less it's spicy kind of in your mouth.
It's certainly not uncomfortable. If you're somebody who doesn't love spice but doesn't mind just a little bit of heat, it definitely has heat more than spice, I would say. I really would recommend this for anybody who is looking to just try something a little bit different. Flavor-wise, it is delightful. It would pair beautifully with some extra vegetables.
Yeah, I definitely think this is probably one of the less flavoursome of the noodles that we've had. What would you give it out of 5?
I actually really quite enjoy the flavour. Flavourability. I'm thinking that maybe I would actually give this a 3.5.
Ooh.
Possibly a 4. I'm really quite enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the heat. I guess, once again, I wasn't quite sure what to expect in terms of flavour. So maybe I was just pleasantly surprised by what was happening. I really enjoy something with a hint of sweetness to it, so I enjoy that sweet. Whereas last week when we did the canned noodle, I found, as you know, that the pepperiness was lovely, but it didn't have anything for that to bounce off, and so I found that a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
Definitely moreish. I could continue to nibble on this for quite a while. Apparently that's sort of a well-known adjective. Adjective? Yeah. Yep. But basically, I put it down and I start talking and I'm like, ooh, I've got noodles to eat. So that tells me that I want to have a bit more of this.
Do you know, I'm actually going to say something a little controversial and say that this is actually probably one of the ones that I'm personally finding less moreish.
Really?
Yeah,
Discuss.
Initial taste, I was very, very into this. The potato, I was super into it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the fact that it is the potato. I'm actually kind of like, I was very hungry leading into today's episode. I actually led with today saying how hungry I was, how keen I was to eat. I mean, I have actually devoured a lot. I might try and tip my plate up. I've actually eaten probably more than normal by now.
But that's more hunger than...
Yeah, but I'm now hit a point where I'm like, oh, I'm kind of done. Like, I'm pretty full. The flavours, there's nothing really pulling me back to eat a bit more, I think. I like the vegetable. I definitely think the vegetable aspect has me kind of pulled in. The Chinese cabbage, the greenery in there, just normal cabbage, just delicious. I did definitely somehow snag the better plate of veg.
You did. And also, I feel like you got more broth, which I'm gonna...
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to get into now. I'm also going to steal that.
It's really yummy. No, I was going to eat. No, it's
I'll have this one. Oh no, apparently I won't. Literally, I'm repelling all greenery. Okay. Thoughts? I think my flavour is a little bit more condensed than yours.
Ah, is it because I had more broth?
I think so. Which... See, I don't have any broth to gather. You're
gonna
have to use your fork and take some of my extras.
Oh. Yeah. Very different tasting experiences happening in this bowl. Hang on.
You got it.
Something weird. Although you do have the add-ins now.
Yeah. This is great. This is great YouTubing. Like,
what a weird experience.
What do you think?
Very different.
Yeah. And so I didn't go crazy with add-ins. A little bit of pepper, some chili as you saw, and the shallot.
Okay, so what? What a different experience we are having.
But I think that that's actually in itself is quite important. I think sometimes
broth.
We take this noodle as it is, but it really doesn't take a lot, I don't think, to modify it so that it suits you. I have a particular love of, as I said, the texture, the spice. So for me, I immediately modified that to my liking.
Yeah, definitely the lack of broth, I think, has really elevated that
flavour.
So I think that for this, I think we are definitely having a different flavour experience, and it is because Carly's bowl has way less broth than mine, which has kind of, as you've said, condensed that flavour, and in fact even made that nood just that bit chewier. I definitely have a wetter nood than Carly has going on at the moment.
Yeah.
Even the texture of the nood is just slightly different.
And I mean, we cooked them the same. I even measured the water. See, mine's quite chunky in. I think my saucepan was just a slightly different size.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, maybe if you're after a more intense flavour palette, a little less water, add some extras. If you're after something that is a little bit more subtle and potentially wholesome, more in a heat and food rather than a spice and taste sense, then a bit more water there and keep that broth happening.
Look, I love that though. This is probably my favourite part about it is we're literally sitting next to each other, prepared them in the same process, and still in itself had two very different experiences. And that is why we are on this nudes journey. So.
Alrighty, so I think probably that's us for today. We've got a couple of packets of these left over. So if anyone wants them.
What? I'm going to have to try this again with less broth. So.
Sorry. So there's one pack of nudes. Like, yeah, if you ever want to know where these come from, or if you're interested in getting them for yourself and you're not sure where, please hit us up. Shoot us a little message. We've been loving the messages on Instagram. We've been loving the likes on Facebook. We know it's a bit annoying because we're kind of trying out a few different platforms, but it's really lovely to hear from everyone. And shout out to Harrison.
Yes, our biggest fan, I think, at the moment. He's definitely getting a shout out.
It's just amazing.
Yes.
I think as soon as we put things up, he's like, yeah, cool, I'm doing this. And it's really lovely to hear from people. And there's been so many people that have sent us pictures and like, by the way, I have the nudes too.
It's so great. And we're loving all of the responses. And thank you. Maybe we'll have to do a giveaway. I guess we'll have to give away the potato nudes when we hit 100 subscribers.
Oh, stop it.
Because that's actually not that far away. We're really not very far from 100 subscribers.
On YouTube's?
Yeah.
YouTube's?
Yes.
YouTube's of you.
So please, if you haven't already hit subscribe, please hit subscribe on that. On the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes. And then we will have we probably, to be fair, we've got a lot of spare nudes. We probably could make a noodle pack.
Oh my gosh, that's the best idea.
Okay, so giveaway coming soon. We just came up with it then.
Yeah.
And thank you so much. Potato Noodle.
Please hit like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook,
share it with your friends.
Yes. Share pics of you watching us, do the whole shebang. We love it. Everything on social media, please hit us up.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye.
We let the cat out of the bedroom because he was stealing our thunder.
Come up, you can come up now.
And now he looks really mad at us. Oh, that's Sam.